world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I, for one, am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play. We exercise our right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction. Being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. Look, I get it, it's like the world is going crazy. Seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining. It's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered so you just cry like a baby. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
We on?
Yup.
We motherfucking what up, it's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. How y'all doing out there? Yeah, yeah, we didn't get some background or
How
something.
are you?
Shitty.
Alright, so I am joined here by, look, Lisa ain't even got a fucking mic down.
I never
Can't
use
reach
it.
it.
I don't use it. I just sit here and listen to you guys.
Well, you could give some input. You might have some input on what I'm going to start the show off on, because it's pretty fucked up. And it could use a
But
female's
Lisa
point of
already,
view.
her view is the same as ours. That's why she's here.
Yeah, but she has a female's point of view on this, and this is kind of like a...
She got them big old lady balls. It's not the same.
We got motherfucking Vinyl Ralph in the house.
What's up?
We still ain't got a name for Brad yet, so Brad's in the house.
So we'll just call him Brad for now.
And if y'all don't know, them two are the hosts of the new Vinyl Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't know who said you know, some shit. And guest host in the house, we got motherfucking Vinyl Dick,
What's
the
happening,
original.
everybody? What's going on?
With that sexy voice. See, that's one thing y'all ain't never gonna have.
No.
Like Ricky get in that. How y'all doing today?
Get a little Barry White going on.
Well, I'm fucking talk
This
like
is
that.
DJ Easy Dick.
When I met you last night, baby. And on the 2s, 3s, and 4s, we got motherfucking Greg in the house.
What up, y'all?
So how everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Right.
We're all still alive, so
Just sliding through life.
Just kicking.
living the dream. That's all.
A little quiet tonight. There ain't no big sniz. We actually might get a word in edgewise tonight.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Look at that.
So to start this off with, I happened to just pop on Yahoo News, and I come across this headline. It says, Judge tosses teen rape conviction. Says 148 days in jail is plenty of punishment. So, again, with these, especially when they start talking teens and shit, you gotta read the whole story, the whole article, and see everything that's going on. You know, not saying that the rapes don't occur, but a lot of times there's circumstances where it just might not be rape. But in this case, I feel like it is. Now, the whole, I guess, the headline of it is they're not making a big deal of the whole rape per se. They're making a big deal over the judge changing his mind on the conviction. First of all, giving him such a light conviction, but then I guess changed his mind on him and saying that so many days is enough for this kid. So let me see if I can get the story on how it is, and then we'll go into some other shit of the case. Let's see. It says, the move comes as critics slams Adrian, who is the judge, for tossing out a sexual assault conviction for 18-year-old Drew Clinton, who allegedly stuffed a pillow in a woman's face as he raped her at a graduation party in May last year. Clinton's accuser, 16-year-old Cameron Vaughn, broke her silence Tuesday, days after Adams' reversal on January 3rd. I woke up at my friend's place with a pillow over my face so I couldn't be heard, and Drew Clinton inside of me, Vaughn said. I asked him to stop multiple times, and he wouldn't. After finally pushing him off, Clinton jumped up to play video games as if nothing happened. So, seems pretty much cut and dry. There's no other anything else. They pretty much, it was proven that's what he did. That's what the kid did. Illinois has a mandatory minimum sentence for this shit of 4 years in prison. But,
He did what, 5 months?
kid did 5 months, and the judge said that nearly 5 months served was just sentence, and apparently determined to keep Clinton from serving any longer. He switched to a not guilty verdict, claiming that the prosecutors had failed to prove their case. So he was found guilty. He was given the minimum sentence. After 5 months, the judge switched it to a not guilty, which I don't know. That's the first time I'm hearing that could even be done. And so yeah, the kid served 5 months for this shit. First of all, I'm calling him a kid because he's younger than me. He's a grown-ass man. He's an adult, 18. Now, depending on what the laws are of consent in Illinois, they might have been able to try to use that as some kind of defense or whatever. Obviously, it looks like it wasn't even said or brought up. So that is not even a parameter being thrown in here. This is what the fucking judge says, though, on this. And I feel like it's...
And he did this to who?
Some shit.
Yeah,
Wasn't it a 16-year-old girl?
Yeah, he raped some 16-year-old chick at a graduation party.
Oh, okay.
I want you to just hear what the fuck this dude said. All right, here. This is what the judge said to the court. Adults at the party were to blame for Vaughn's assault. He said they abandoned their parental duties and suggested that sexual assault is what happens when parents hold parties for teenagers and they allow co-eds and female people to swim in their underwear in the swimming pool.
Okay, so it sounds like the judge is being like, it's not about the kids at all, it's about the parent neglect.
I feel like maybe if this was some party where there's maybe a couple adults there and a bunch of fucking teens and they're all getting hammered, there's nothing said about any alcohol or any kind of drugs at the party. They're not even saying anything about, like, the amount of adult. None of that shit.
They're just saying somebody else was responsible for the 16-year-old.
Right.
They're kind of right, but...
Yeah, but still, a rape charge is a rape charge.
Right.
Like, you treat it as any other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Especially if this is not your child.
Yeah.
And, you know, that you're having a party at your house.
They're still responsible for that kid.
Yeah, you're responsible for everybody at
18.
that house. I get that.
Yeah.
But again, nobody's around. You know, if I'm out back and people, you know, disappear or whatever, that's kind of sketchy.
So
You know.
the second thing that gets me though is you said she woke up with a pillow over her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, woke up. That's a very important. word.
Who's sleeping at a party?
Well, no.
For one.
Was she forced to pass out? Was she already
was
passed
she
out?
drunk?
Was this
nobody
consensual?
said how
Then she passed out.
Well, I mean, if she.
There's a lot of
reported
untold
a
stuff
rape,
to that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, there's some missing shit in here.
That's why they said they couldn't fucking fully prosecute or whatever.
I mean, it's not even saying the dude denied it.
No, he pled guilty, so he's accepted.
I mean, by the way, it says it's. I mean, he was found guilty of the crime. It sounds like the judge just lightened his sentence. Said 5 months is good.
Yeah,
Well,
but he had to plead guilty to get that 5 months. So if he's pleading guilty, he's accepting.
Well, there's a
100%.
mandatory sentence.
Well, was it a
he
jury
switched it
trial?
Up to a total not guilty on it after he was found guilty, just so he wouldn't get the mandatory 4 years. I feel like somebody's pocket got kind of fat on that.
And you have to see exactly what he was charged with, not just a headline saying rape.
Well, the headline is pretty much they're more pissed about the judge
I get it.
throwing the prosecutor out. And apparently the reason why the judge threw the prosecutor out was because the judge's wife saw that the prosecutor was on Facebook talking shit about the judge.
So he's saying whatever.
And this is Supreme Court.
Yeah. So it's
So
state
this,
of
yeah,
Illinois,
this
that's-
is
you're going against the state.
this is the highest fucking court in that land over there.
But it's Illinois, it's not that high, I guess. That's his.
Somebody
I don't know.
fucked up somewhere
What do you
is
think
the
about that
main point.
there, Lisa?
I think you might be right on that. Somebody's pockets got lined.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody
pretty much,
fucked
I would
up.
say someone's pockets got lined.
I mean, do you think 5 months is enough for that?
No.
If he was charged with rape, not missing conduct with a minor or some fucking other shit.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. They
If he was
fucking
convicted
beat it
of
down.
rape, which we don't know.
And he should have been, but
Yeah, but again,
what
you know,
she said.
when the rape is a real rape, rape is rape.
If it's
And
a real
there
rape,
have
then
been
we don't
plenty
know
of
it's a
times
real
where they
rape.
just switch the name of it to try to get a lower plea or whatever.
No, I get that, but
Rape is
if
rape.
it was rape, then no. State of Illinois says 4 years, 3 or 4 years. So you do 2 and 3 years probation. Like, you know.
Yeah, I feel like just somebody right there.
There's definitely some missing information somewhere along that story.
exactly.
What I'm really waiting for on this, now, they're not showing the kid, they're not saying the race of the kids, but just by the names you can tell they're white. So you know the next thing that's going to come up is that kid got off because he was white.
That was a judge black. Was a judge.
White.
Well, then that's fair. Everybody's white? Okay, let's proceed.
Oh, no. It's because the judge was white and it's a white kid, they're going to say that race. It was definitely something.
Yeah.
Definitely something. But I don't know. I don't. There's no way it's going to be a far stretch to throw that as a race thing. What do you guys think about it? I mean,
Start looking into how much the parents are worth.
We should say how much the parents are worth.
Uh huh. And that'll tell you if they paid off the judge or not.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
You know, just because a parent could be worth 0 on
Yeah.
paper,
Yeah.
but you know,
100 racks in your bed.
yeah.
Well,
So,
It's usually
And you
cash
could know
business on
somebody
that
also
anyway, so
that's
I
willing
mean,
to
but
help you out.
still,
I mean, there could have been a GoFundMe or a whatever.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's pretty fucked up.
fucking bastards.
I get into them whole rape cases because I've noticed more and more that a lot of times.
Well, from her testimony, he should have been charged with rape.
right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, and make it stick. Fuck it.
I agree. But like, the reason why I just said what I said, like that whole, what was that fucking chick's name who supposedly got raped by the judge back in the day? She just made some shit up. She don't remember the house that she was in. She don't remember the people who she claimed was there said they were never there. You know, that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
Yeah.
gotta watch that shit. You know, there's been a lot of people accused of some shit just because some chick wanted to make a buck, or some chick got jealous, or some chick, you know, just had ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, fuck, look at Mike Tyson. Yeah, I would have believed that whole shit about Mike Tyson if there was some kind of penetration. A motherfucker just don't hold you down to eat your pussy.
No.
Kobe Bryant. You know, when that shit popped off with him. Bitch, you knew you were going to Kobe's hotel room. You weren't going for no goddamn, for him to sign your basketball.
She was going to have something signed, but it wasn't no basketball.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kobe's fault you couldn't handle the dick. Hey,
Yeah.
He wanted her to sign that ass with his hand.
Big Ben, the chick who went to the bathroom with him. Bitch, you knew, what was you going into the bathroom for? You was either going to fuck or going to go do dope, and then probably fuck.
Most likely.
The only reason why. You knew he was Ben. You knew what the fuck you was doing.
And get your 15 minutes of fame and try to get a payday out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
It kills me. I was just talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. He's a sheriff. And we were talking about the Weinstein and Epstein thing. Honestly, I mean, when you and I've said this before, when you sit back and look at the whole everything about all that shit, those people really didn't do too much bad. I mean, socially, in certain places, what was done was unacceptable. But Weinstein, you know, he supposedly, you know, assaulted these women. But if you listen to all the tapes that he had that were submitted as evidence, these chicks were on there. They knew what they were doing. They knew, like the one chick, the main chick who called the lawsuit, who started the lawsuit, was on a cassette tape. Old school. Answer machine. Baby, I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. I just hate it when I feel like, you only come and see me this and this and that, and I want to be more than just your fuck and all this other shit. He's raping you, or he raped you and you calling him baby?
Yeah.
Or the whole Epstein thing. You know, that's the big one with the kids or whatever. Only 3 American girls were involved in that.
They cost too much.
3 American girls. And the only 3 people who bitched up about that were the 3 American girls. So, on the surface, it's all fucked up from looking at it from the surface. But if you look at deep behind the background of these girls that they were bringing to this island, most of them came from third world countries. A lot of them came from Africa. A lot of them came from like Indonesia, Cambodia, shit like that there. Some Russians and shit. These girls especially the ones that came from Africa and Haiti and shit, come from families who breed AIDS. You know, they have daughters and they have sex with their daughters. Their sons have sex with their daughters. Their grandfathers, their uncles, you know. Women in Africa, if they have an education, are worth less than a dumb girl. And that's just a cow and a couple chickens and a goat. That's not an exaggeration. That's real shit right there. Like, I researched it. So now you take these girls, let them be 14, let them be 30, whatever. You take a 14-year-old girl who knows that she has a life ahead of her of fucking her family, probably ending up with a disease and dying before she's 30, not being educated, being poor, being beaten, being, you know, pretty much bottom of the barrel. And you give this girl a choice. You could fuck your family and be poor, or you could fuck this old guy and we'll give you health care, we'll give you food, we'll give you a home, we'll give you clothes, we'll give you education, and eventually give you a job. Who's the bad guy now? I mean, you don't hear any of these other girls, because there were supposed to be thousands of kids that went through this island. Nobody else saying a goddamn thing. Just the American girls.
Yeah.
Nobody ever looks at it like that, though. I mean, and it is kind of a fucked up way of looking at it, but that's the reality of that shit. You know, do you think that girl who was saved from being raped by her father and grandfather wants to go back to that hut after she lived in a fucking condo?
Fuck no.
I sure as fuck wouldn't.
I mean, I'd fuck the old guy to get out of the hut.
Yeah, right.
Moving on up.
People keep,
Maybe.
you know, nobody wants to look at the other side of the story on that shit. And again, all the way around, it's wrong. But when you're stuck in that situation and you got to do what you got to do, what was the lesser of the evils?
Yeah.
None. I get
Yeah,
what
You got a point.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
So I mean,
Some people are in situations where that happens to make their lives better rather than worse, or family members' lives better.
it's the lemonade thing, man. You know, them girls got thrown a fucking a crate of lemons, just crate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 98% of them girls made lemonade, lemon vodka, lemon, all kind of shit. And then you got that, you know, couple percent that, I got lemons.
They're sour.
And lo and behold, they were the Americans. And then, you know, the hurricane hit the island and magically took out everything but the buildings and the trees and the furniture and the cars. And
All that evidence up.
all that was good, but computers were gone and files were gone and
Emails were gone.
yeah, all that magically was gone, and they all blamed Trump for fucking up the weather.
Yeah, he pushed the magic hurricane button.
No, you don't remember the whole
Right.
the whole magic marker debacle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big front to cover up the hurricane, the supposed hurricane hitting Epstein's Island. All the same fucking that was all the same shit.
That's actually fucked up.
It's real fucked up. or there's something else that's silly as hell. Everybody was all about that Prince Andrew, and he was involved with it and this and that. Yeah, Prince Andrew did his little court date on a Zoom call. How you like that? Even if he was, Prince Andrew could have said, "Yeah, I fucked her mom, her grandma, and her little sister." What are you gonna do about it? That motherfucker hasn't left that castle in damn near 50 years. And do you think anybody is walking up into Windsor Castle going to get Prince Andrew?
No.
You'd have a better chance. You could probably just fucking call Biden out with a puppy.
Or an ice cream cone.
Come here. But, yeah, you know, so ain't nobody fucking with the crown. Not at all.
You gotta be crazy to fuck with them people over there.
Especially when they still own, like, big chunks of America. Yeah.
True.
That was another thing we did one of these shows on. Like, there are so many parts of America that are still owned by the crown.
Right.
And it's non-taxable. They can't, they can go on that land. They can't be arrested. They can't be fucked with. It is sovereign, whatever land to the crown.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right here in America. It's pretty fucked up. But if you really look at it, I mean, D.C. is technically not America.
No.
It's its own little thing.
Yeah.
D.C., the District of Columbia, whatever the fuck. And I don't even understand that. Because, I mean, has anybody ever even looked into that or anything? What
does Columbia have to do with the White House?
Yeah, what does Columbia have to do with the White House? You know, the only white that I know the Colombians mess with is, drugs.
Well.
You might be onto something.
I found it odd. You find all kind of weird conspiracy shit about DC, like the Masons and the pagan shit and all this other horse shit. But nobody ever says why it's the District of Columbia. I mean, it's not the District of, like, Plymouth. I would say, it'd have to be something to do with, like, the Founding Fathers or some shit like that. But where the Colombians come in, man? They don't grow coffee there.
Telling jokes through the White House.
I don't know. I know Washington and Jefferson had big weed plantations. They used to talk about their weed and trade their weed and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I used to have that article on my wall in my bedroom when I was a kid.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here in the news. I just seen something that I want to fucking speak on here. Where to be? Remains of a Houston couple found in 81 finally identified. Eric Trump burned after a clueless rant about his father and the Constitution. I'm about tired of that too. Yeah, I was gonna save this for later on in the show, but fuck it, we'll touch on it now. I am so sick of hearing the big lie, the election lies, the election fraud. There was no proof. Will somebody fucking watch a Senate hearing? Will somebody fucking do some fucking research instead of listening to these fucks? Because obviously, there is rarely a news network that is giving the whole story anymore. There is so much evidence of election tampering throughout all the states that it ain't even fucking funny. But just because it doesn't meet a certain criteria, or just because it didn't come in at a certain time, or somebody just felt like, oh no, it's all right. They don't use it as or take it as any kind of election tampering. In, I believe, was it Arizona or Georgia? In one of them states alone, there was over 200,000 irregularities in the ballots. Something not right, something fuckered up, no matter what it was, just irregularities in the ballots. And Biden won that state, I think, by 100,000, something like that.
What's making a difference?
So there's 200,000 votes that were no good. He won by 100,000. That means you did not win that state.
Exactly.
But there's no evidence. They had internet guys come in and connect to these ballot, like these ballot taker machines, whatever, that supposedly were not able to be hooked to the internet. Supposedly had no kind of Wi-Fi, nothing like that. In the middle of one of the hearings, dude hacked right into it with his fucking phone! They wouldn't take that as evidence either. There was there's one, two, well here, there's a big push now. They want to get rid of the filibuster, which is a forced debate on shit. You can't just have majority rules. You have to debate an issue to get it passed.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of that because they want to push new election rights, voter rights laws or whatever, which pretty much just makes the federal government take over all that everything. It takes it out of the hands of the state. It takes it out of the hands of the local governments. Pretty much how when they do with the school systems or anything else like that. We all know that never works out very well.
Not really.
The big thing that they're bitching about is the Republicans just pushed forth 34 new voting laws or whatever that restrict and hinder people from voting. They're supposed to be racist. They're supposed to be, anti, to keep votes down. Shit like that. Silly thing is, the only one that I've seen that actually has any kind of real deal validity or whatever is they want to be able to let felons vote again. Convicted felons or whatever vote. You can't get a gun, you can't vote. I'm just, that's just always been the law.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that law really makes sense, but it's just been one of them things. That's just an old school law. It worked fine. It really didn't fuck with nobody. Convicted felons didn't really give a fuck about voting to begin with. So, hey, I believe that wasn't a big issue, but that's in the whole thing. But now, they started, I watched the hearing where they broke down the 34 laws that was put out there, and none of them were unreasonable. One was Florida, in order to get a mail-in ballot, you had to send in either the last 4 digits of your social security number, or the last 4 digits of your driver's license number, or your last 4 digits of, I guess, like if you don't have a driver's license, like a state ID.
Yeah.
That's it. Just, you had to send that in to get you a mail-in ballot. There was another law that was pushed, or that went through, that was to get rid of all the dead people that are in their, I think that was Louisiana. You know, there's a shit ton of dead people still on, ironically enough, the Democrat side that get the vote. You know, these dead people are voting, so they want to get rid of all that. They passed a law to get rid of all that, but that's racist and that's stopping people from voting. They gave a 15-day extension on mail-in ballots.
Yeah. How is it racist if they're already dead?
I don't understand how any of this shit is. It's
I was thinking
ridiculous.
the same thing. I'm like,
How is it racist?
They gave
They
a
don't like dead
15-day extension, so you have 15 days before an election to mail in your paper ballot, like your mail-in ballot. That is what the post office themselves recommended. They're bitching about that. What was it? There's another law that I don't agree with that they actually implemented, and they're bitching about it. But now, mind you, when I say they're bitching about it, the dude under the speaker, I forget what the fuck his position is, but Chuck Schumer, like the head of the House, you know, under Pelosi, he's the one. He's from New York. Now all these laws and shit were already in New York. But yet they're having a fit that these other places are fucking, you know, doing it too.
Yeah.
They want to pretty much, with this bill that they're trying to push through, they're trying to get rid of the filibuster just to get rid of all these laws that were just passed and push through. Like, here's an example of the shit they want. This already got put in New York. 50 to 80,000 illegals right now are able to vote in state and local elections in New York now.
How?
They just passed a law to let them.
Yeah, but what? That's fucking retarded.
Yes, I know.
Why would they? Oh my god. So basically, they're trying to win the vote by letting these illegals
They're
in.
stacking the deck pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, if you by doing this, no matter how shitty the rest of the next couple of years go, next election,
That's really insane.
Biden will still win, or whoever the Democrats put up will still win. And by getting rid of the filibuster, that makes it go back to majority rule, which that's the way the House rolls. And if anybody knows, you know, how they fucking push laws over there. All right, you got 10, you got 5, fuck you, we don't care about your side, we won. The filibuster forces, you know, both sides to, you know, put out what you know, it's going to be a debate. It ain't just going to be, all right, you know, maybe these 30 people feel one way, but these fucking 15, 20 people don't agree. Well, these 30 people might have pulled their money and pulled some strings, where these fucking 15, 20 people are like, hey, look at this shit. Now, even if we don't win, at least fucking look at it, hear it. And that goes back to the whole, you know, and this goes back to everything on the election fraud shit. You know, if there wasn't election fraud, if there wasn't something that went on, they wouldn't be pushing their horse shit. You know, they wouldn't be, you know, if you look at the first Trump election, the Democrats audited and did all the challenge of the, you know, they did everything that Trump asked to do. And yeah, there were their hearings here and there, but it wasn't a big fucking shit. But because Trump fucking wanted his fair due process, oh, no, it's the big lie. He's pushing out misinformation. Horseshit. Not only, well, and I kind of get where that's coming from, because you would think, you know, how is there going to be 50 to 80,000 illegals in New York just automatically?
Yeah, and I don't see them having Biden take a competency test or anything like that either.
Oh, no. They're not going to make him do it. They
No,
made Trump
why?
do that shit, but
Yeah, why wouldn't you make the new president do it? What are you afraid of?
they're afraid of wasting the paper and the pencil. You might poke yourself in the eye with it. But
Maybe, but still, let them do it, is what I'm saying.
Let them do it on TV too. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Dude, you do know that this floodgate has never stopped of illegals coming in through the bottom half.
There's money involved in that.
You know where they're going. They're not all under that bridge. That they love to show that bridge just so they people think, all right, well they're just there. No. They are stocking. And I can't remember the airline, but it's a couple like regular, like it ain't even fucking like military airlines. They're stocking planes with illegals, and any city that's accepting illegals, because there's a lot of cities out there that are accepting them, but aren't calling themselves sanctuary cities because it looks bad on them. You might have a straight conservative fucking town, but a couple people are gonna make a couple dollars on there, so hey, we'll just force them off over this way. We got a place like that up around the way, the Core Civic Center. Fucking pisses me off. But they're just barely any kind of. They're not vaccinated. They're barely vetted. No real background check. They're taking these people and just dumping them off, and like there's a spot in PA. There's a spot in Michigan. There's a spot, pretty much around us. I'm grateful at the time that I did the research. Ohio wasn't on the list yet, but that's yet. There's a lot of snowflakey people in Ohio. Yeah. Especially, they don't know exactly what's going on or whatever. Or we got them up the road. Up the road. You can tell who the illegals are. They only come out in the morning and late at night, and it's always, there's an old ran-down hotel behind a gas station. I ain't gonna put no names or nothing out there. But there's a ran-down hotel there. They walk from up there. They go to Speedway. And they're in, like, they're dressed like early 90s almost. Like, they got their clothes at somebody just came down and dropped off a box, government fucking grain and T-shirts from Super Bowl that they didn't win that year. And, they get whatever from the Speedway and they go wait for the bus. Hell, my brother was living with them for a while. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But, again, I'm so sick of seeing and shit like that and hearing about shit like that. And then, especially the brand new one I just saw, commercial for, asking for donations for this, some kind of group that's helping homeless Americans due to, these people are homeless because of COVID and everything that went on. And they're showing a little white girl, a little white kid, a little white boy, a little black girl, all these Americans, homeless, on the streets. All these American homeless, all over they showed in this commercial. Not one of them looked any kind of illegal or immigrant-y. You know why? Because we give them. I say we because we are forced, it's taken out of our taxes. It's taken out of our everything. We give them homes. Now we're giving them $400,000 a piece. Yeah, that was real. First they tried to say it was a rumor. That was fucking real. $400,000 a piece. That means mom, dad, abuela, the fucking 50 kids that you and Pepe brought across. Each and every one of those are entitled to $400,000.
And they're gonna buy
That's
businesses.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Because they broke the law, we gotta pay for that shit.
Right.
And then I'm gonna see white kids homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see veterans homeless.
It's only a matter of
Do
time
you want to
before
put that
somebody
shit on
loses
TV?
their shit and starts
Fuck
shooting
you.
someone.
Fuck them fucking immigrants. Help our people. I don't give a
agree.
fuck what color they are. Fucking help them. You know, at this point, everybody knows about me and how I feel about the whole free schooling and shit. But if you're gonna fucking give all these fucking people who don't give a fuck about this country, they come here, they fucking, you know, now mind you, there are quite a few good folks that come across. You know, I'm just looping them together just to go with my rant. But, you know, there are quite a few good people who are, you know, they just fucked up circumstances. But, for the most part, these people come in here, a lot of them are dope dealers, a lot of them are fleeing, you know, not because they're being persecuted religiously or for any reason like that. They're being persecuted because they're dope dealers or they're child traffickers or some shit like that, or murderers, gangbangers, and you're giving them everything. You're giving them a whole new everything. Not giving a fuck about what, you know, you're not forcing them to get any kind of vaccine. You're not, you know, the laws that we had to adhere to for years and still have to adhere to, they're okay with, you know, that you leave them alone. But we still got our people out on the street. We still got dumb kids. Fuck it. If we're gonna give the kids free school, I don't want it out of my taxes anymore. I don't want it out of his taxes or his Social Security. I want it out of the illegal fund.
Yeah.
You know, if there's money to get rioters and shit out of fucking jail for burning down cities, then there's fucking money to give, you know, Sergeant whoever the fuck who's sitting on the corner while Pepe hopped over him to go get him a fucking lollipop at the doctor's office.
Got a point.
I got a good friend right now, and I'm gonna end with this for our break. Good friend right now. He just went through some major shit. He was a sheriff. Technically, he still is a sheriff up until next month. But because of his illness and because of all the surgeries and shit that he has went through, he's about to lose his job. I mean, they stuck with him for quite some time, but you know, after a while, they can't just keep you if you ain't coming to work. I mean, sick or not, it's just job is a job. With that, he'll lose his health care. I'm not sure if he's been in long enough to have a pension, because he's not retirement age just yet. After all that's done, he's gonna lose his house, he's gonna lose his cars, he's gonna lose everything with no health insurance, none whatsoever. This man done put years and years and years of work in for his country, for his city. But you're gonna give all the... they already denied him Social Security. What the...
So you're gonna go out on disability.
he's trying to go through all
Some
that.
fucked up shit.
But because... And honestly, you know, I don't give a fuck. I know you guys always say I hit some racist shit. But it is because he's fucking white. It is because he is fucking white. If his last name had some kind of Ez or Ia at the end of it, and he came up across the fucking whatever fucking border, he'd have a free fucking ride right now. Some fucking bullshit. That being said, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back.
Alright.
Go.
Huh.
It's pretty like on point.
Yeah? Okay. So we are back. I was gonna go a little lighthearted, but I came across something that seemed kind of interesting to me. They're saying that Tucker Carlson is pushing an InfoWars conspiracy theory, which is stating that the white folks are being discriminated against as far as treatment of monoclonal antibody eligibility for COVID. What that pretty much means is there's this antibody that eats at the COVID, the little arms or tentacles or whatever the fuck that thing has. It's a treatment to kill the COVID disease, and they're saying that the white folks ain't allowed to get nothing. And the conspiracy is that, you know, that Americans have been doing bad by minorities for years. Now it's time for the white folks to pay up. While that is kind of a very black and white way of looking at it, or a kind of, I don't know what the word to call it. He ain't wrong. He ain't fucking wrong. I don't know about this whole treatment thing, but the persecution and the racism towards white folks in the past fucking 6 years is ridiculous. More than 6 years. It's been going. It was eight fucking two. Yeah, like fucking 10 years, dude. The past fucking ridiculous. 10 years. It's just fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You're right. Ridiculous.
It started with Obama.
Yep.
Call it what you will, but it started with Obama.
Yep.
And from that point on, it has gotten worse and worse and worse for white folks. Now, I ain't saying that, you know, shit never happened. You know, bad things happen to minorities throughout the ages. We get it. We understand that. But, again, you know, I don't know about everywhere else, but here in our area, here in where I grew up, in this, you know, the Mahoney, Trumbull, you know, this little piece of our world here in Ohio. When we were growing up, I don't know how many times I gotta say this. When I was growing up, when Greg was growing up, when Ricky was growing up, well, Ricky's still a little youngin', but still, racism was all but fucking gone.
Yeah.
But we still had our here's and there's. We still had our asshole cops here's and there, our asshole authorities here and there. We still had the old folks that, you know, even their racism was more of just a kind of a generational type thing, where, you know, them colored kids down there, or you know, them black, it wasn't even really racism. It was just the way they talked. Now they call it racism. But it was all but gone. All of a sudden, it just popped the fuck back up like it was never gone, and that pisses me the fuck off.
I feel like it was never gone.
Yeah,
It just got quiet.
If racism, in my eyes, and I could be wrong, but if racism was as bad as people says it is, then there would be no black folks on TV saying that. Especially none with suits and ties. There would not be black folks in the White House. There would not be black folks with police uniforms on. There would not be black judges. There would not be black business owners. And if there were, they would be in their own area where they have to stay over there. You know, the Weather Channel is owned by black folks. The fucking Weather Channel. They own satellites. Give me a fucking break. And when we have these rich black folks telling poor black folks that the white people are keeping them down, and they believe it, that drives me nuts. What the fuck made you so special? Whose dick are you sucking? You're black. Why is the white man keeping you down? You are allowed to sit here on a platform that hits the world and talk shit about white folks. You're not dead. You're not persecuted. You're getting a paycheck for it. And it ain't even a black-owned station. I just don't understand that shit. I don't at all.
Sounds like they found one black or white person that made them feel okay, and that was it.
No, they found a nation of our kids that got babied, that got trophies for fucking not winning, that got their principals told that, you know, you don't lay your hand on my child, you don't spank my child, paddle my child, I'll take care of it, you call me.
Yeah.
You got all this softness and protection that we thought was good for our kids has turned our kids and our grandkids into these snowflake, non-working, non-giving a fuck, lazy motherfuckers.
100%.
And I noticed it in my own kids. Because I couldn't figure out why Julia ended up like that, or Maya ended up like that, or even Kylie ended up like that. And then I go back and I look at how my parenting was with my first set of kids and my parenting with my second set of kids. You know, my first set of kids knew the value of hard work, knew the value of a dollar, knew that dollar didn't come without, you know,
Yeah, no doubt.
it didn't just fall out the sky. You know, my older kids, even though they did their little shit, you know, teenagers, they have jobs now, they have their own places, they have, you know, their...
Life's not free. They all
Yeah.
know that.
They get it, they understand. Now, my younger kids never had to worry about that. My younger kids never had to watch me struggle. So they don't know the struggle. My younger kids never had to share just one bathroom with, you know, all these people. No, they never had to really know what it was like to not have anything in the fridge or not have, you know,
You got to think about that too. Everybody grew up old school way. You worried about other shit. So who the fuck cares about the racism? There's other shit to worry about.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't have time for that other bullshit. Now, with again, the way shit is now, with the pampering, you know, we're going to keep these kids away from this, or we're going to not let them do this, or we're going to give them a better way, or this is a better way instead of the way we, you know.
Yeah.
No, let them fuck around and find out.
The putting in the corner did not work.
No.
The timeouts did not work. The taking away or the any of that shit, that did not work. None of that worked.
Beat their ass.
That's what worked.
Bring back the ass
You know,
whooping.
an ass whooping and some good old fear. That's what worked.
Yep.
Call it what you will. I just seen a fucking article and I was trying to find it and it flipped off. I'm glad it did. Somebody was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. But a gender specialist said 3-year-olds know if they're trans or not.
Jesus.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Have you ever seen a fucking 3-year-old just wobbling the fuck around like they're day drunk? Yeah. How the fuck do they know?
I got a 17-year-old that can't order a pizza. You're gonna tell me a 3-year-old? I identify as. You identify as somebody who shits your pants. Go get ready to get your diaper changed.
Right.
That whole pronoun shit fucks me up too. Fucks me up.
Gotta love the English language.
Our English language is fine. You know, it's people
The comprehension
who
of it.
It's people who try to.
He's talking about the LGBT community.
Yeah.
The alphabet people.
I don't even understand how that works. You know, if you are a girl and you're dressed like a girl, but you identify as a guy, I'm supposed to call you he. No. And I the only time there's two people that I'm confused with. One of them came to my car the other day. I forget where I was at. I think it was a McDonald's. One of the restaurants. They were bringing my food to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell whether it was a dude or a chick.
Yeah.
Because
Couldn't tell.
it had a ponytail and it had titties, but it also had like a beard. So I was like, all right, buddy, bye. And it kind of looked at me, fucked up, like, how dare you?
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Yeah. Which I try to be very polite, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it. I was. There's another person that works at the Speedway up the road, and it's the same thing. She looks like a chick,
Yeah.
except for, like, her beard is getting kind of like yours.
Oh, damn. Mrs. Sasquatch.
And her voice is girly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even... What that does is that segregates you. You know, for the longest time, these folks wanted to blend in. They wanted to be equal. They wanted to be treated the same. Well, then why are you making motherfuckers feel awkward around you? If you want to be identified as a fucking woman or whatever, then dress like the fucking woman and let people know that shit. If I find dick and balls, I'm calling you a dude. That's just the way I am. Sorry. I mean, I have a good friend of mine.
I agree with you there.
You know, Alexa's
Sure.
a transgender or whatever, and you know, money put in work. You know there's a lot of money that put in there, and don't look bad at all. But still, she's a dude.
Right.
She's a dude. I know she's a dude.
Right.
Some of the fucking scenes that I had to shoot with her, I know she's a dude. But hey, you know, I know I like pussy, so I'm
Yeah. She just hasn't gotten that much money yet.
Oh, she made some bank off of OnlyFans.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, dude,
I
because
bet.
she's like,
I bet.
she kept the equipment.
Yeah.
She just added more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
she
like,
made bank.
I don't know. I just. And then if you really feel that way, but you're gonna keep your dick, why not just dress up like the chick? One day you might get out of that phase.
Get your fans. That's what they want.
She didn't start OnlyFans. I mean, she got her tits way before she got her OnlyFans.
She needs more money. What do you need to tell her? Like, fuck, shit.
I mean, and again, cool people.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
silly as hell. She's a comedian. And I'll say she because to look at her, she's a she. But when we kick it, I'm like, what up, my dude? You know, I'll call her.
But she's going by Alexis, right?
Yeah, it's Alexa.
Oh.
Alexa. One of her silly, and it scares the fuck. Like I was smoking a blunt doing a virtual show with her, and it made me put my fucking weed away. She started talking about how she had to do community service, and how her community service was going to schools and talking to the kids about drugs. So what she did was she went in there and was like, I started smoking weed when I was 16, and all of a sudden this happened. Dude, she did that live at Club 17 out in Cleveland.
Yeah.
The dudes in the corner, there was like a flock of dudes in the corner.
Right.
They just spit out beers. They're fucking freaking. They were all hitting on her.
Right.
They had no clue that there's a Mr. Winky.
You don't know, now you know.
I don't even know. I don't even. I think just my straight ignorance. You know, I'm pretty cool with everybody, but just my straight ignorance wouldn't allow me to do some shit like that. I will though, like on my bucket list, I want to find a hermaphrodite, like a real deal hermaphrodite, like not man-made, no aftermarket parts, all matching numbers.
Got me a real one.
All matching numbers. I'd fuck a hermaphrodite. Just to say I did it. It's one of them things, man. Just like the one-armed girl. I had to have a hand job from the one-armed girl. Just to say I got a hand job from the one-armed girl.
I get it. Shit.
I'm giving you a midget too. Hey, I don't know what it is about the dude John that I do the comedy with, but he attracts little people.
Huh.
Tall black kid, real cool black kid,
Yeah.
but he attracts little people, like little people. I've been feeling like I'm a big man. I had one chick stand on the fucking table and yell at me, tell me she wasn't a midget. You just had to stand on the table to get eye to eye.
That's fucked up.
I ain't even no lie. And I told her I had a fetish for midgets, and she had her husband there, and he's a big black dude. Real
Yeah.
big black dude. Give a fuck? I got a fetish for midgets. She said she wasn't a midget, then don't worry about it.
It's not always about you. Yeah.
There was another comedian, short, and I guess I made her feel bad about it. She said I did, but now she won't wear the shoes. The little lady, and she came in with ruby slippers. Bitch, you ain't gonna come in here 3 foot tall with some ruby slippers
my
on.
God.
You look like you just stole them from Dorothy.
Right.
We're out of the woods, we're out of the stars, we're out of the light. Munchkin shit there. Brad was confused for a minute.
I'm on track now.
What?
I'm on track now, though. I understand.
Just like the fat girl threesome. I had a fat girl threesome. Just that. I had a fat girl threesome.
Right.
I like biggins. 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 But it didn't work. You know, hey. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it right. That was some hogging right there, dude.
Oh, shit.
You ever been with a chick where like her titty just look like it's just a chest? It ain't even like a titty no more. It's just a chest.
Yeah.
It was great though. I mean, they were cool people. They were. I mean, you know,
So what do you do for a living?
Dude, I broke my bed. Like not only the bed, but like the box spring. Like fucking box spring broke.
Oh my god. It's not rated for that much weight, man. You should have just took
Not
the
at all.
mattress and set that bitch on the floor.
That motherfucker wasn't, and it was a California King, dude. It looked like a fucking comet hit my bed.
Oh, I bet.
You know those commercials where they drop the bowling ball in the bed and the bowling ball just come right back up?
Yeah.
No, this didn't come back up.
Get thunk. Right to the ground.
Poor dog sound like Doc Holliday.
Right.
There was no like.
Terrible.
There was no like metal supports or anything under the bed.
I wouldn't look. If that shit like that don't get planned. You know, my escapades are never planned. That's one thing about that. What was it? That book, The Secret. You know, where they say you will shit into existence. You think positive and positive stuff happens. You think negative stuff happens. Well, I don't know if I believe in all that, but there's a lot of shit that I say I want that I put out into existence, and it may not happen real quick, but it happens. A lot of times it's, you know, it's like some dumb shit that I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't want to do that. No. But hey,
It is what it is.
that's why they say be careful what you wish for. Yo, I didn't expect my first threesome to be with, you know, Higgins. That wasn't even the one I was just telling you about. Yeah, that was some shit. Oh my goodness. So, how do we even get to talking about fucking fat girls?
Anytime it's with you, Bardo.
Fucking fat girls. Well, I went on a 36-minute rant about fucking fat girls, though. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
For sure.
So, what y'all got going? Y'all got anything interesting? You know, I've been...
Not as
Fuck no.
interesting as your shit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, for once I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm just disgusted, dude. It's,
Just the same shit.
it isn't even the same shit. It's just the bullshit that, you know...
Yeah.
Here's a headline. Trans swimmers face off in an Ivy League meet, and the results appended transphobic arguments. Oh, why? Because the trainee fucking lost?
Fuck.
I just don't understand why, if you want to live that life or whatever, that's fine, but why you gotta let that be on everybody else's shit? I mean, you know it's gonna cause a scene. So why? I thought the whole point of it all was not to be, you know, again, you're segregating yourself. The whole point is not to fucking be different, and you're making yourself different.
Yeah.
And you're forcing everybody to judge you.
They want all the focus and attention. Because them being different is no longer enough.
I mean, this fucking kid is like in a halter top type deal. It's a swimsuit. Boobs. He's clearly a dude. Really? Don't make any fucking sense to me. Not at all. And then, you know, you don't even see any of the good, like, competition. Where's the chicks like China getting in the MMA ring with a little fucking, you know, 150-pound fucking dude who thinks he's a fucking UFC fighter? Let that big bitch whoop on him for a little bit. Then maybe you'll have some kind of something to fall back on. Gender specialists, I've seen kids as young as 3 recognize they're trans. Yeah, shut the fuck up. These people are getting paid. If these people are getting paid, then we should be getting paid. Here's something that nobody's talking about. Joe Biden himself shut down Alaska's energy line. All the gas, all the reserves, all the shit, the oil shit coming out of Alaska, stop. So pretty much gas is about to hit astronomical prices real soon. And his whole speech about he's gonna get to the bottom of why gas prices are going up. You think motherfuckers are as stupid as you? It's the same thing as when Obama got elected and everything crashed. Oh, that wasn't Obama's fault. Horseshit! Bush was an idiot. Nothing crashed.
Yeah.
Magically, one day, with one change of fucking, you know, new tenants in the White House, and all of a sudden, it was on its way of doing that. No! Nobody had faith in that motherfucker. Everybody knew he was full of shit. He got the minority vote, and hey, he did a few decent things, I guess, but not to be, you know, the god that everybody tries to make him out to be. Ugh.
Gotta pass the blame.
At least, and everybody loved to fucking say Trump like the lie, and Trump did this, and Trump took the blame for the stupid shit that he actually did.
Yeah, he took a lot.
You know, when they said he, you know, grabbed him by the pussy, yeah, he said it. Yeah, it was locker room talk. We was talking to the guys, grabbed him by the pussy. He never denied he fucked Stormy Daniels, and I mean, I don't even understand why that was a deal. He was a millionaire before he was president. And you gonna tell me he didn't fuck a porn star? Let me be a thousandaire. I'm fucking a porn star if I get a chance. Hell, I mean, again, we just went over fucking fat girls and one-armed girls. I'll do it just to say I did it. Here's another something silly. Speaking of porn girls, you see, Jenna Jameson can't walk.
No.
She had that. Apparently, that last dick got to her or whatever. She got some kind of weird syndrome that she lost all like function of her leg functions and shit. Everything down below. She's stuck in Hawaii in a wheelchair.
At least it's a nice place to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I guess.
So it just goes to tell you, ladies,
That was the dick that broke the porn star's back.
can't be taking that monster dick, especially constantly. Something gonna break down there.
Poke the spinal cord.
Yeah, the whole rear end, the fucking gears and everything is shot in that fucker.
Rebuild the carb, you're good.
The carb is fine. The motor starts up. Everything up top, cosmetically she looks like shit. Quit getting the plastic surgery, guys. It's not perfected yet.
Yeah.
I have yet to see anybody who's had plastic surgery look good.
I agree.
None of them.
I get it.
Fucking, who was it? He was in Boogie Nights. He was in, The Bandit. He drove the Trans Am.
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds. Yeah, that motherfucker looked like a big plastic Barbie doll after he got all his shit done. Jenna Jameson, you could see she had shit done. Her face, like, she used to have a little petite face. Now it looks like a fucking box.
Family.
Axl Rose.
Lil' Kim was just, I don't know what the fuck they did
Yeah,
to Lil' Kim.
that one was horrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Bruce Jenner. He lost the bet with somebody.
Yeah.
All right, with that being said, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.
All right.
Best
God. We're gonna have to change this show's name to like the Jack Off Hour or something. You got these dim ass lights in here. You got listening to the like Bill Cosby fuck music. Terrible.
Keep your drink covered.
No, just let me know. I'm grateful. You want to give me some free drugs, go right ahead, but just let me know at first.
I mean,
You ever been roofied? That shit's pretty fucked up when you don't know what's gonna happen.
that's a kicker. I won't do that to people. I always tell you, hey, you're gonna like see some goblins or something, or you know, little furry bunnies, and unicorns.
When I used to model out in Cleveland, what was it, like the second or third show I ever went to, like, because I got comped at all the shows that I wasn't modeling at. Me and my girl at the time went out there, and she, naive little white girl, think everybody's good, you know, one of them type of people. I just ordered myself a Jack on the Rocks and a beer, and I ordered her a drink. Told her to watch my drink. Do not leave them on the bar. I'm going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she has this thing for Marilyn Manson.
Okay.
There was a dude there. I could have swore it was Manson. No lie. He looked fucking identical to Manson. I'd have probably went up and fucking talked to him if what happened didn't happen. Anyways, she actually got to talking to this dude at the bar. She leaves my drink on the bar. I'm coming out the bathroom. She's talking to the dude. I'm like, honey, where's my drink? It's over on the bar. What the fuck? Go and grab my drink. Y'all see how much I drink and how I drink.
Yeah.
No big deal. I drank this. It wasn't even a double shot. It was just a shot of Jack on some ice.
Mm-hmm.
And half of my beer. Only thing I remember after that was seeing my toes dragging on the ground. 2 bouncers holding my arms. Because my old lady couldn't carry me.
You don't remember shit.
Ow! Ow!
Is that
Ow,
legitimately?
dude.
Is that like you don't remember any other pieces?
Nothing. No, well, I do remember a brief moment. We were at the rest stop on the turnpike.
After you're drug out.
And I gave her some money out of my wallet to go get coffee. And then I woke up the next day.
Were you passed out at the bar and that's why they drug you out, or were you acting a fool?
No, I was out. I passed out.
Well, then you're quite lucky because GHB is very fucking hard to find.
I don't know what the
That's
fuck
exactly.
it was,
I'm
dude.
telling you what it is.
Oh my
It's the only thing
God.
that would do that.
And
GHB is roofie. It's
yeah, dude. I mean, I was no good whatsoever. It was fucked up. That was the only time that I noticed that, like, I had no control over anything. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I see how some, chicks get raped on that shit. Nothing.
See,
Nothing.
I've been to houses to where, like, if you're walking in this certain house, don't be surprised if there's something in your drink. But you're aware of that. But there's been times where, like, I just woke up and, like, oh, today's Tuesday, so I'm just going to take this. And had forgotten I took something. So, like, later on in the day, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. That's always a fun one.
Nah, I'm generally,
I just wake
try
up,
to
take
keep control of
yeah,
whatever,
I know. I'm saying my younger days, like, I just wake up, take something, and just completely forgot I took something. Yeah.
that was a very terrible fucking situation. Yeah, so especially when you're in a place like a bigger city or someplace you don't know, keep your drinks. Keep your hand over your drink. Keep your drinks.
Unless you want free
out of your
drugs.
shit. Again, you gotta give me some shit. Let me know.
Yeah.
Because
You
I feel like
need
that's
to
just
know
like,
what to expect.
Yeah, that's just like,
That's how people
there's
lose their
certain shit
mind.
that I just don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You started sprinkling shit on my blunt and I don't know about it, and I'm like, why is this don't taste right? and now I'm butt naked, you know, running down the street in my drawers.
Yeah. You just want to be willing to do that.
Yeah. If I ain't feeling like running down the street with my fucking drawers on my head, then I ain't feeling that. And if you're forcing me to do that, then that's not good. Not good at all. Now, there's been times where I knew I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I was prepared for that.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. All in the, you know,
Teachings. Life experiences.
like to be prepared for what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you know you don't know that you don't know.
Yeah. As long as you know you don't know, you know that.
I just don't fucking know.
Well, there was a, like, I remember me and my boys went out to, I think it was Blossom at the time.
Yeah.
And we were looking for bud. Nobody had bud at the time, but dude had acid.
Okay.
And I seen like he dropped some out of his wallet.
Right. Oh, yeah.
While he
Ground
was talking
squirrel.
to my dude. So I like walked up on him like I was, you know, not letting my dude be by himself. Put my foot over it. Picked it up. It was like 5-10 strip or whatever. Just white blotter.
Yeah.
Didn't look like nothing special.
Oh, okay.
Already
Pretty
hit the ground and I picked it up with my hands, so it can't be that fucking,
Yeah.
even if it was good. Put it in my wallet. We ended up finding some bud and left. I totally forgot about it.
Right.
Totally. Maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
Could have been longer. Like, 'cause that was right before. That was around Thanksgiving time then. So it was summertime or early, like late spring when I found it again in my wallet. So I'm gonna take half of these. Cut the grass. I'm good. Took them. Didn't feel anything after the first 15-20 minutes. I went down to the bar.
Yeah.
Had a drink at the bar. Went and talked to my boy who lived behind the bar. Did some extracurriculars there. Started walking up the street. And I felt my body twisted walking up the street. Wait a minute. I only had a beer and my body. I totally forgot that I took the trip because it wasn't.
Told you that.
Started cutting the grass. Got one, like not even a quarter of my mom's yard cut. I started seeing lions and shit coming out of the trees. And I wasn't scared. It was just cool, and I got distracted like a kid
Whose
with
lion
ADD.
is this?
So I just left the lawnmower in the middle of the yard and went and sat on, like right at the end of my mom's driveway was like this little kind of half step. And now, to look at me, and I even, I realized now, I went down to the bar like this, and I went to somebody's house like this. I had some beat up shoes on that had like the flapper on the bottom with the sole.
Grass cutting shoes.
Yeah, grass cutting shoes. I had some like shorts that were, they might have even been my mom's shorts, but they were like these flowy, like just grass cutting shorts and a dirty ass wife beater on. I'm sitting at the end of my mama's driveway looking like a crackhead. Is that a straight crackhead attire? And I see these cars going up and down. So I go in the house. And I come back out. And the car's going up and down again. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, is there somebody watching the house? And I watched that car and I went back in the house. So what I thought was like 4 hours later was actually 10 minutes later. And I had did everything I just said in that 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you know you're looking like a tweaker.
Yeah. The grass cutting, the running in and out of the house, going. I really did look like a crackhead sitting on my mom's butt, getting up, going back in. There was only one car, maybe. I just kept seeing it going up and down the street. If it was even a car. Huh. And then I remembered, and that was some good fucking trip. for whatever I found there. Like I sold the rest of it.
Why,
Like,
that's why.
I was like, I'm getting
It's
rid of
like
this
a piece
shit.
of
This
cardboard,
is
nothing else.
fucking crazy.
I know.
My mom come banging on my door that night. Now I'm sitting, my girlfriend come over that night and everything, and I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at shit flying around my room, and she's taking care of me. My mom come banging on the door. I need you to drive me to Warren and go pick up your brother. Oh no! Oh no! You got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Mark. I need you to go to Mom. I can't do it. I need you to drive me. Now, mind you, my brother was her baby. He could do no wrong, even though he did everything. My mom damn near broke down my bedroom door to force me to drive her, and I was like, I can't do it.
Oh, you really can't do it.
I barricaded myself in my bedroom, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was like that trip lasted from
like 16 hours.
noon, maybe a little bit early. Like the bar opened at 11, so maybe 11:30 till maybe 4 or 5 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah. Sounds
Oh
right.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was kind of prepared for some of that, but not fucking
18 hours.
Yeah.
After about 8, 12 hours, it's not much fun anymore. Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
I know. It happens.
And then you get them nights where you just like, you go from one trip to another trip to
Yeah.
another trip.
Yeah. We're kind of the same, but different.
I was just never those overnight partiers. I get them, whatever time of the day or night it is,
Yeah.
my body has its own limit.
Yeah.
And once it gets to that limit, it's just like,
I'll go
I
to
just don't
sunrise,
wanna
watch
do
the
it anymore.
sunrise, and then it's like,
even when I'm like hard partying, when I go home, I want to go to sleep. I'll shut off everything. If I got to, I'll take a couple of Xanax or some shit. I'm going to sleep. It's just not fun.
Can be. It can be. It's circumstantial.
Not around here anymore. Like back when I was younger, there was clubs, there was shit to do, and now it's
Not a fun thing.
nothing. So there was something I said I wanted to talk about before we end the show, and I fucking forget what it was. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It was like one of my main things I wanted to talk about. God damn it. See, they found a couple more moons
Where at?
by our moon.
But they're not ours.
I guess they're circling us. A couple more moons. They're talking about they found another galaxy close to us.
Yeah, we found quite a few.
But this is like
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Like, how did we miss that?
Yeah.
They also said something about another exoplanet or some shit like that. They're calling it, but we've all been talking about fucking Nibiru forever.
Yeah.
Just because some time, we don't know an exact date when that 3,600 years rolls.
We don't know what fucking date we're at.
Right.
Like, we've been told so many different things, and like, the time fucking line isn't the same, and
Nibiru could have been in our atmosphere or whatever the fuck. It just hasn't hit us yet.
yeah. It's a coming.
I just seen on our way here, there's a asteroid or a meteor the size of the Empire State Building about to shoot past us or shoot at us or something.
So we're not
Brad,
gonna
maybe that's what you seen earlier.
solar flares and fucking all this new shit.
Yeah, there's more and more shit coming towards the Earth,
Yeah.
and we're getting less and less warning. You know what brings that shit? The gravity of a different planet.
Yeah. For sure.
You know, they know that the Earth changes magnetic poles. That's what I've been talking about forever.
Yeah.
That's what's doing this whole polar, the shift and ice caps and all the global warming bullshit. That's that. You're not going to stop that. But they don't know when the last time the Earth did it. They just know the Earth did it quite a few times. So maybe the last time the Earth did it is when the fucking planet came around the Earth, which made, its gravitational pull fucked with our gravitational pull, magnetic fields and all that type of shit there. And, boom! Right? I'm no fucking scientist or physicist or no shit like that, but it don't take any kind of education to figure that one out.
Magnets. No, there's so many different cataclysms that have destroyed the Earth. We know we're overdue for like a lot. Whether it's earthquake, fucking explosions, volcanoes, whatever, fucking, we're overdue for a lot. Media's wiping shit out.
I think we have a bigger chance of something either hitting us randomly
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just everything.
or us just doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like environmental wise, I mean like wars. Somebody's gonna one person's gonna throw a nuke, somebody else is gonna throw a nuke. Nukes take out
everything.
chunks of Earth. It's more than countries, it takes out chunks.
It destroys farmland forever.
Right.
In that territory where they put it.
Which, and that, I really never understood the whole purpose of weapons that big anyways. Because if you're trying to win a war for whatever the reason is, you're going to destroy half of the Earth to win it.
If you watch a documentary on that, he didn't ever intend it for that, but it's just,
Well, I know
look what I made.
The dude was like, he hated himself. Was it Warner Van Braun? Or,
Yeah, he like killed himself over it.
Yeah, he fucking hated himself for inventing the atomic bomb. But even the atomic bomb, that's nothing compared to the fucking nukes that we got now.
No.
And still, we've had since back in the day, and nobody ever talks about, when Reagan was in office, the Star Wars program.
Yeah.
We had satellites that could pinpoint, if we were on the front porch, they could pinpoint one of us on the front porch, the laser would come down, boom, you're dead. So, whatever happened to that? Didn't get taken down, didn't get decommissioned. I mean, it's either still up there and it's old, but still working, or it's been upgraded and it's still
Maybe they
working.
sold it for crack.
Oh, jeez.
Question is, who bought it?
Who bought it or who sold it? Because I would think that Biden's son might have sold it.
Yeah. He doesn't own it anymore, so the new question is, who owns it? Elon?
Nah, I would think
Some
it'd
foreign
be
space fucking critter?
somebody in the hood who got a hook to their PlayStation.
I mean, maybe.
But I get the good though.
Yeah.
Somebody in the hood of DC.
Going back to that White House.
You know damn well if he goes to any other country, somebody's gonna know that shit, so he has to get his shit in house.
And where does he go? The big house. The big house on top of the street.
That's silly as shit. It's even sillier to know that there's a fucking pretty much a horror house at the end of the street there.
Well, they diversify. I can't hold that against them.
Because I believe there was one article that I read that he was in that whorehouse smoking crack with one of the hookers or whatever, and that's where the pictures were taken that were on the laptop or something. Were taken of him, and it was supposed to be like right down the street from the White House.
That just shows me he has good manners. He was taught you don't not eat their dinner. That's what she was having for dinner was crack. So that's how that goes. Yeah, good manners. Question is, did he have the vegetables too?
You just fucked me all up. That totally went south, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Like, my mind is trying to wrap my head around it, but I'm just not. It's not letting it happen. Nope. It's not saying it. Terrible.
I would just say this: we've all been to certain crack house slash restaurants. You've been served cocaine with a spoon. You know, you might not have all 9 courses, but you got one
What did it have
course.
to do with green beans and
Well, the green beans were extra. You didn't pay for the extra. You didn't pay for dessert.
I'm sure he didn't pay for shit.
Somebody paid for it.
I guess what he's trying to say is they have high class trap houses in DC. Maybe.
I mean, I guess if you pay for it, sure.
I don't know.
Something to find out.
Yeah. You just yeah, that just fucked me all up. Did you get that?
It's like, do you want to eat at McDonald's or you want to go eat at like a steakhouse?
Just depends on how much money I got.
There you go.
Okay.
Next.
I just don't know. I feel like I agree with him, but I don't know.
I don't want to agree.
Oh, fuck it, I should. I agree, shit. But I just don't know. This is one of them ones where, like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the fucking ass and go hit the grass.
Tuesday.
I'm gonna trust what he says and I'm gonna run with it. That's what it is. So, green beans and crack, everybody. Be polite. Make sure you eat dinner. Green beans are extras.
See, I'm just thinking, oh my god, I need to stop thinking.
If you have the money, don't eat at McDonald's, eat a steak.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The last thing I ate before the mud boat was a steak.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Should have gone to the other big house.
Maybe not that steak. Maybe something else.
Oh yeah.
The day after that, I ate a fucking burger from McDonald's. That's some weird as fuck that you're using that analogy. 'Cause I had a burger and they gave me the ass and stomach, so there I had ass and stomach and fucking mud butt. So, you know, Dr. Phil or Dr. Ruth or Dr. whoever the fuck over there, you know, fuck your fucking dinners. Oh my goodness.
Sounds like you went to the steakhouse and you didn't get it like medium well. You got it medium rare.
No, I got that shit well done. I make sure my shit is dead.
Yeah.
Dead. No life, not moving no more. And you can't.
I don't want to see
can't
no
get
red
blood,
on my fucking plate.
Fucking hate that shit.
I'm cutting that shit open. I don't want to see no pink in there.
And you know, I've tried it. I've tried the medium. I've tried not rare. That's just gross to me. But I have even tried to like kind of bloody because somebody didn't know how to cook the shit, and I was like, ah.
You didn't want to be ignorant, yeah.
Right. But you know, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Then well done steak. I want it with fucking charcoal on it. Even my chicken. You know, oh my god, I'd rather have fucking chicken slivers than fucking slimy yuck chicken.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Dude, oh, this chicken's so good, it's juicy. That's gross! Gross. The only juice I want to see that is the fucking, whatever sauce I got on them wings. You like tampon steaks?
No, fuck that. No, my shit's gotta be well done.
What about you?
Yeah, pretty much well done for me too.
Right? If I cut it in half and I see pink in it, it goes back. I can't eat that.
and it's got kind of a like the pinky in the middle. Like, it's like clay, like a texture of clay.
Yeah, like I've been into burgers that, you know, they ask me how I want it. Well done. And they bring it to the table.
Yeah, who the fuck gets a fucking medium well or a pink burger? Like, who?
Right.
They bring it to the table, and I bite into it, and I'm starting to chew it, and I look down, and it's fucking pink in there, and I'm like, I can't even fucking try to
Can't
eat
even
this.
look at it. Like,
This is sickening.
Ugh.
And then I send it back, and I'm like, no,
See, a burger
I want it well done.
Like, dude, have you ever seen a raw hamburger? Have you ever put your hands in hamburger? It's disgusting looking. Cook that shit.
Yep.
Dude, it's pink in the middle. You just gave me some. This looks like this is alive. Ugh, gross. Gross.
You forgot.
Yeah, put it on the fucking grill.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Ugh. What's the date today? Today is 12th.
Yep.
Huh. I might be down to Funny Farm Friday in Youngstown. Maybe.
14.
My dude is hosting down there, guest spotting or whatever. And he was like, come on down, I'll probably get you out. And usually when he says that, shit. Everywhere I show up, so that somehow, some way, I end up with a fucking mic in my hand, whether I like it or not. So we're gonna roll with it. Then next week, I believe I'm back down in PA with 2 different spots. There's an Elks Lodge, and there is Patsy's, and I think I'm gonna be at the Eastside Civics and the Youngstown Event Center coming up here. So, yeah, unless I get shot for, people thinking I'm offensive. I'll be there, but I did get my fucking Kevlar out. I ain't gonna bullshit you. So, it's kind of wild out there, y'all. Be safe, and with that being said, we're gonna close this shit out. Good night.
All right,
Yo.
peace.